The nerds will inherit the copier world. Yes, they will, folks. I believe they will. I'm definitely adamant. Anyway, let's see how we get with this one. Yeah, this one's been all over the headlines. I'm not going to enlarge this one. This one's been all over the headlines of late. Let's see how we go with this. Okay, let's see what this headline thing is, or person. It is, yes, the Queen Elizabeth II, she died recently, and yeah, they're still mourning her death. But I do believe she's in a happier place, and she has a very beautiful smile. I used to think she was useless, like just a useless figurehead, but I've actually come to appreciate her because she's just got such a beautiful face and a really beautiful vibe. She gives off very positive vibes looking at that face as I was doing my demos. So I've learned to appreciate her. It's just a shame she had to pass, but she's all right. I do have hope that she's gone to a better place. So please, folks, don't concern yourself too much. She's all right. She's with her Prince Philip now. Folks, I believe she's gone to be with her prince, her loving Prince Philip. So yeah, don't cry, folks. You know, she's all right. She's fine. You know, she's all right. Sometimes you've got to think positive, folks. And she is. She's fine. I know she is. I feel it. Trying to decide what colour. I don't know what fucking colour to give this. Maybe yellow? But yeah, she's in a happier place, folks. You know, don't worry. Please, don't worry. I'm sure she wouldn't want you to worry, folks. I'm sure she'd want you to be happy and to be hopeful that she's in a happy place. So all your royal fans out there, just take hope that she's fine. Just take hope. Because she would have been very lonely without her prince, even though the corgis apparently made her feel better, and that's come up looking quite interesting. Very strange looking image. I do create some really strange kinds of images, I must admit. I do love working with this kind of culture. I'm going to see if I can do that again, maybe in a different colour. Maybe yellow's not quite the colour, although it's a happy, positive colour, a colour that you associate with hope and happiness and cheerfulness. You know what I mean, folks? Now, I'm just trying to think what else I have to do. I think we have to set this differently for some reason. But basically, yeah, I do think she's in a happier place with Prince Harry, not Harry, with Prince Philip. I'm not getting a very good kind of result out of this. I'm having trouble getting it looking good. This looks quite interesting, the way I've done that. I'm going to try another one. I do find the colour is a bit blendy. I don't know how I'm going to make this look any good. yeah, these images have got potential, but they're not quite happening. Although I can see the face there and there. That could be a good image, a fairly simplified kind of image. And I think I've got to reverse the colours back to positive mode. I'm going to give that away to someone that likes reading gossip magazines. I'm not a big fan of gossip magazines. I mean, while I've learned to appreciate the Queen, I'm still not I'm not a person that likes to focus on celebrities or royalty. It's not something that inherently interests me, except to make pretty pictures or interesting artworks. Even if they look a bit weird. But basically, yeah, I'm just not a celebrity type person. I don't follow, I don't have any interest in that sort of thing, typically. I still want to empathise with those people who do, and that looks really quite interesting, actually. Don't know if I like the yellow. I do think another colour would probably do it more justice, but you can just see the Queen's hat, which is really quite interesting. No, I don't want teal. Maroon? I don't know. I don't know what colour to give this. I'm going with maroon. We'll see how that goes. Well, this kind of art is by nature highly experimental, so you can't always tell what it's going to look like. And if it's going to look any good for that matter. No, that looks yuck. That does. It looks yuck. Ew. Gross. Doesn't look too good. It just fucking wipes out everything. This is a lot nicer. There's a little bit of skin tone to it, to her face. I don't know what to do with it, folks. Going back to yellow. Maybe I have to do some adjustments here. Going to leave it there. Maybe we're going to add some blue instead of red, something different. That's one of the things about this art is that when something established doesn't work, it's always good to experiment, and sometimes being challenged like this gives opportunities for something new and exciting. And indeed, the blue has added a certain amount of definition to this image. It looks better. It looks less wishy-washy. Not much blue, but it worked. It looks really quite interesting and contrasts nicely with the yellow. But she's a happy-looking lady, and blue is a colour I normally associate with depression and anxiety and panic attacks. Just trying to think what I'm doing here. I'm going to do something different. Maybe change the hue again and see what happens. But she had a good innings. It was good that this queen was able to last a long time, that she was able to rule for as long as she did. Now that looks even more interesting. It looks more, that's greeny and that's more of a blue colour. So that looks really quite interesting. The colour in that, I quite like it. I quite like it actually, even though it seems to blend in a bit with the face and the eyes and the face, but that I think I quite like it. I think we're going to run with it, folks. As with anyone, I would have liked to have seen her live to 100, you know, because 100's a really cool number when it comes to life or living, being able to hit 100, not out. Yeah, but 96 was a good innings actually. 96, and I think I'm not an expert on all this royal stuff. As I said, I don't typically follow this stuff. This is just in the news. It's a huge, big ticket news item. It's, you know, the Queen's been on the throne for so long, folks. I think it's 70 years. She's the longest serving queen. So yeah, it's worked well, and she's lived the fairy tale life, and she's proven that fairy tales can come true, that dreams can come true. You know, you just have to be yourself. You've got to start off with being yourself. You know, don't try to be someone else. Don't try to be the queen, even though she had a good life. You got to be yourself, folks. You got to be yourself, and then watch your life change and transform in front of you. You got to start with being yourself, folks. There's only one you, and you got to prove to the world that you're unique by just being yourself, folks. Anyway, that's come up looking really quite interesting. I think we can now call this demo quits.